Alright, so let's moving on to the second activity. And the second activity is about the criteria is for non-technology based material or non-digital material. So I have adapted from the chosen lesson plan. So before I create the activity, actually my first activity is about creating a tiered worksheet, because the class is having a mixed ability pupils or students. So I have created this one. The first one is for high proficiency student, because there is no answers provided there. And the second one is for low proficiency student, and I have put the word band here for the answers here for them to fill in the blank. So actually for this part, it is actually for the I'm so sorry. Alright, actually for this part, before adapted, this material is actually for listening, but I have changed it to my taste, I would say, and then I have changed it to speaking skills. So the name given is role play simulation, the TCAT quest station K. So basically I have changed the just only worksheet into a tiered worksheet, and then I revise again to create this kit, which is the TCAT quest station kit. Alright, so let me briefly explain to everyone. Okay, so as I said earlier, this is the adapted tiered worksheet. I have created actually based on the worksheet given. I have adapted just to create a tiered worksheet, and then I revise again to create the TCAT quest station kit, which is the after I revise again. So as you can see here, let me show you guys the bigger one. Alright, so as you can see here, the first thing that student will get is the TCAT template. So they need to paste the answers here. But before that, I will explain and I will show you guys how to complete this activity. Alright, so now I will be showcasing or showing the tutorial on how to do this second activity. So the second activity is for non-tech based material or non-digital material. The name given I have said earlier is the train TCAT the train TCAT quest station K. Alright, so for the pre-activity, the role assignment is we as a teacher, we need to appoint high proficiency pupils as SLS on the station, and the low or intermediate pupils as a buyers or customers. So here I have created the station tagging. So there will be 4 stations. So let's imagine this is the first station, second station, third station, and the 4th station. So the high proficiency student will be standing on the station or on the booth or on the table we have assigned them. So there they will be the station, the sellers of the TCAT. Alright, so when we are role playing, the dressing up is kind of important. So I have created the headwear that the sellers can wear. So I will show to everyone here, which is made by papers, so we need to be careful. So while they are selling the TCAT, while they are talking and communicating, they need to have and they need to wear this train ticket or the seller's hat, and also they need to wear this kind of tagging. As we can see here, stated here selling. So these kind of things or details is actually very important because it will make them feel kind of I would say professional, because they think they are really selling the ticket. They are selling ticket in real life. So this kind of details, even though it is small, it's very important. Alright, so for the customers, which is I have assigned for the customers also need to wear this, and the word stated here is customer or the buyers, they need to wear this kind of again for customers. So we as teachers need to assign the sellers, the high proficiency student to become the sellers, and also the low proficiency student to become the buyers. So let's moving on to the next part. So when they are okay, so for I have talked about the equipment that we have, and also the one of the most important things here is the buyer's dialogue guide. So as you all know, the low proficiency or intermediate student, they have some sort of problem, not a big problem, but they have a very maybe low confidence in speaking in English. So we need to give or provide them with a dialogue guide. So here you can see here there is 4 sessions, and there will be dialogues or prompt that they need to read and speak to as a customer to the sellers. So they need to hold this, and then they come here, and then if this is the station 1, they read the first prompt on the station 1. For example, I would like to buy a train ticket, please, and then the sellers will respond on their prompt also. But the sellers will not get this. This is only for the buyers, because they are low proficiency or intermediate student. So, but I forgot to tell you guys about this. So here I have create also the template ticket that they need to complete when they are communicating on each station. So when they are asking for something at each station, they will get this, which is answer script. So as I said earlier, for example, I would like to buy a train ticket, please. So they are having communication, and then after they are done, the sellers will give this answer script to the customer, and then at the end of the station they need to paste it here, so it will become a complete ticket or complete train ticket. Alright, so now let me explain everything in details again. Alright, so for, as I said earlier, you guys maybe will ask me something. So if only the buyer's guide, the dialogues guide, how about the sellers? Actually, I also will help and provide a dialogues guide for the sellers, but I'm not giving them on this kind of paper. So the dialogues prompt for the sellers will be showing will be project on the screen in front. So they need to focusing on communicating, and also if they forgot the prompt or the word, they can look in front, and then they will continue communicating again. Alright, so for the post activity, I have explained briefly earlier. And then for the pre-activity, I'm so sorry, I've explained everything about the dressing up, the equipment, and also the distribution of the dialogue guide. And then for the while activity, okay, so when they are starting to do a role playing, so once everything's over, the briefing is over, the teacher switches. We as a teacher need to switch the projector display to show only seller's dialogue guide. So before that, everything, the buyers and also the sellers prompt or dialogue guide will be showing on the screen in front. But after everything is done and they are starting to do a role play, we need to change to show only the seller's dialogue guide in front. Even though this is focusing on the non-tag based material, that one is just an option. You can just like show to them at the first the prompt to the high proficiency student, to the buyer, to the sellers, and then they will just remember it or write it somewhere else, but they will not get this kind of dialogues guide as same as buyers, because they are high proficiency students. So the low proficiency student got this because they need this as a helping tool for them in order for them to talk. Alright, so for the movement, so when they have done talking and then they get the answers straight on the first station, they need to move on the second station, and then maybe the sellers will ask first, or maybe they need to talk first. So depends on the dialogues prompt that I have created. So after they have done on the second station, they need to move to the third station and so on to the last station. So after they have done coming to every station, they need to paste the answer script here, and then the most important part for them is to in the post activity, which is the ticket punching. Ticket punching here means that they need to come to us, teachers, or they need to come to us, the teacher, and then we need to sign. We need to sign or put our signature there, and then as showing that their ticket is completed. And then the sentence practice, maybe in pairs, or we ask for volunteers who wants to share about their ticket. Then they share the ticket, they speak, talk to everyone. Maybe they will be showing, the volunteers will be showing their tickets to everyone. I'm sorry. Okay, so if times permit, maybe we can do a role swap. Maybe the buyers will try to become the sellers, and also the sellers also will try to become buyers if times permit. So I think that's the end of the tutorial on how to do the second activity, which is the train ticket press station K, the name given. That's all. Thank you so much. Alright, so now I will be showing the flow of this non-technology based material for this activity. So I am going to act as a customer here, and then I am having the paper that I have on my hand here is the buyer's dialogue guide, and also I have the train ticket template here. So the first station, so let's pretend that there are sellers here. So for the first station, the seller will ask us, hello, what would you like to buy today? And then the low proficiency student will read on the dialogue guide here for the first station. Hello there, I would like to buy a train ticket please. And then the sellers will reply, all the sellers will hand over the phrases or the answer script to us, the buyers, and then we can just collect everything, and then we can just paste it at the end of the station. So the flow of each station will be playing or will be shown just like that for each station, first station, second, third, and also fourth station. So at the end, after they have complete everything, they have complete all the answer script on the ticket template, the buyers need to go to the teachers to get the signature to show that their ticket is completed. So I think that is all from me for the second activity.